98.7% of women don't fall for confidence, looks, or game. They react to one brutal truth most men never develop. And the moment you stop chasing it, women start acting different. I'm not hyping this. Once you see it, the whole dating game hits different. You're scrolling again, phone in hand, heart racing. You tell yourself it's nothing, just passing time. But deep down, you know that twinge, that gnawing pit, the one that whispers she's not thinking about you. She's moved on, and yeah, it stings. Feels like a punch you can't see coming. If this is you staring at old texts you shouldn't have sent, replaying every word, every moment, every damn misstep, I get it. I've been there. Hell, we've all been there. And you know that part you try to hide? The part where you wonder if you'll ever feel like you're enough. Maybe this hits closer than you expected. You've tried the confidence game. You've worked out, got the style, dropped the lines, played it cool. But the truth, women don't see that. Not really, not the way you think. And yeah, it burns because every rejection, every ghost, every good guy label, it's pointing at something you've been dodging. And here's the kicker, it's small, tiny, almost invisible. The kind of thing you'd never brag about. The quiet thing that flips the switch. The thing that makes them look at you differently without you doing a damn thing. Think about the nights you lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering why she disappeared, why it never clicked. The late night regret you shove under your pillow, hoping it won't wake you up in the morning. The question you can't bring yourself to ask, the one that keeps your chest tight. So here's the real question, the one nobody's dared to whisper to you before. What if the one thing that makes her obsessed with you isn't something you chase, but something you've been ignoring in yourself the whole damn time? Listen, most guys are chasing the wrong thing, always have been. Confidence, looks, money, swagger. They think stacking these points will get her to look twice. Truth, it barely scratches the surface. Most men don't see it, don't feel it. I remember this one night, sitting on my buddy's couch, cheap beer sweating through my fingers, watching him scroll through her pics again. He swore he'd said the right things, played the part. And still nothing. She didn't even text back. You've been there. You know that hollow laugh you do when you try to convince yourself it's fine. Yeah, that one. Here's the thing, the brutal truth, the part nobody wants to tell you. Women aren't turned on by effort. They're turned on by calm. By a man who doesn't need them to validate him, who moves through life without tripping over himself for approval. That's it. That's the switch. It's not flashy. It's not a line you memorize. It's the little stuff, how you carry yourself when you're bored, when you're tired, when no one's watching. The moments where you actually know your worth. She notices that, always. And here's the principle most guys miss: desire isn't earned. It's felt. And another, scarcity isn't about pulling away. It's about being full in yourself. Not desperate, not needy, just solid. So, yeah, forget what the YouTube gurus tell you. Forget the scripts. Forget the game. Look at yourself. Look at the quiet stuff. The invisible edges of who you are. That's where this brutal truth lives. That's the part that makes her see you. Really see you. The room's quiet. You can hear the hum of the fridge, the click of your own heart, maybe the distant car tires scraping the street. Cold air on your arms. You pull the blanket tighter, even though it doesn't help. You're thinking about her again. Of course you are. She laughed that one night. Not at your joke. Not really. Somewhere in between, where it got under your skin, stuck like sugar on a burnt pan. And now you replay it, over and over. God, why do you do that to yourself? You scroll. You stop. Her new pic. Her new post. She looks alive, like she doesn't have the same late night mess you do. You bite your lip. That sting behind your eyes. You hated that. You hated being this guy. But you were. And then it hits that tiny moment in the back of your head you never said out loud. The one where you realize you've been chasing all the wrong things. Confidence. Lines. Looks. She doesn't care about that. Never did. It's in the way she notices the quiet. The way you don't flinch when life's messy. The way you stand even when it's just you and the hum of your own mistakes. That's the switch. That's what flips the room. That's what makes her heart skip. And you've been here before alone. But now, maybe now you finally see it. Maybe you finally feel the one brutal truth that makes her stop and actually look at you. Most guys think it's about winning her over. That if you just say the right thing, text the right line, flex the right confidence, she'll notice. Truth, that's a setup. She's not noticing. You are. And in the chase, you vanish. She didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. Some men swear it's all about looks. Got the style, got the gym routine, got the vibe. But she feels what you carry inside. The restless nights, the quiet panic, the fake cool you plaster on. You don't lose her. You lose your own presence. Then there's the one everyone misses: attention equals attraction. You text, you like, you comment, you chase. But here's the hard truth: attention is cheap. Respect is priceless. And she feels the difference immediately. The way you give yourself away too fast, too often, it's like handing her the remote to your heartbeat. I remember sitting in my apartment, cheap coffee sweating in my mug, staring at my phone thinking, maybe she'll see me now. But I wasn't there, not really. The moment I realized that, the whole game shifted. The quiet stuff, the stuff you can't fake, started to matter more than any line, any trick, any move. And that's the brutal truth most guys never see coming. This is what he understands: most men are all noise. Chasing texts, chasing likes, chasing approval. They're running on panic, not presence. The 1% headman, he moves different. Quiet, steady. Even when the world screams at him, even when she disappears for days. This is how he leads: with presence, not pressure. He's in the coffee shop, scrolling, noticing the little things. The guy behind the counter messing up the order, the barista smiling at herself in the mirror. And yeah, he smiles too. Not because he has to, but because he's grounded. He's not begging for attention. He's full in himself. He knows moments don't need to be forced. Waiting, fine. Silence. He doesn't panic when she takes her time. Strength over noise. Patience over panic. Centeredness over chasing. He feels it in his chest. When he's centered, when he's steady, women notice. Always. He's messy too. He screws up, talks too much, fumbles a line. But he's aware. And that's the difference. That's the brutal truth most guys never see coming. Presence beats trying. Steady beats loud. And when he walks in that room, she feels it. He's sitting on the edge of the bed. Phone face down. Half-empty bottle on the nightstand. The city hums outside the window. Lights flicker. Somewhere in the back of his mind, that familiar twinge. I'm not enough flash. Him laughing with her last summer. Warm sun on the deck. Music too loud. She leaned in close, smelled like vanilla and cigarettes. He remembers every word he tripped over. Every pause that felt like failure. But then, snap, that tightness in his chest loosens. He sees himself in the reflection of the window. Tired eyes, bruised confidence, but still standing. And it hits. He doesn't have to fold, twist, chase, beg. Not anymore. Whispered thought: I don't need her to see me to know I'm solid. Dropped weight truth. All this time I was bending for someone who didn't matter more than my own worth. He leans back. Cold air hits his skin. Coffee cup rattles. The hum of the city feels softer now. Breathing in, out, messy, uneven. He smiles. A small, crooked smile, because the game just changed. He's back in his lane. Not desperate. Not lost. Present, centered. And somehow everything shifts. She's not the prize she never was. The moment you stop bending, stop chasing, stop giving her pieces of yourself she never earned, that's when she notices. Quiet, slow, uncomfortable. You feel it in your chest. The weight lifts. The city hums. Cold air on your arms, coffee gone cold, and you laugh, small, crooked real, because you finally get it. Presence beats noise. Calm beats panic. Strength beats desperation. And that's the brutal truth. She doesn't make you. You make yourself.